Ever wondered about taking that trip to Morocco? Can't blame you, really. You and about 14 million or so people that visit this beautiful North African country every year have been captivated by Morocco. It comes as no surprise, really. Many people will find that they are captivated by this place that has the unique blend of ancient history, breathtaking landscapes, and the vibrant culture that adds spice to this dazzling place. From the unequaled beauty of the Sahara Desert to the lively souks of Marrakech, there is all to see and do in the beautiful country of Morocco. Join us as we take a tour of 20 of the best places to visit the marvelous country of Morocco. Number 20, Rabat. Let's start with the fact that if you are making your way to the paradise that is Morocco, there is no way you do that without heading over to the capital city of Rabat, the first of the 4 imperial cities we're going to visit during this tour of Morocco. Well, it makes sense. Many people make their way to the capital cities of the countries they visit. That said, it must be said that there is just something about this energetic city. Whether it is the capital city's French colonial architecture or the historical attractions that can be found in the 7th largest city in Morocco, there is much for all sorts to see and do in Rabat. For example, aside from being the home of the royal palace, many tourists make their way to get a look at attractions such as the Kasbah of the Udayas, a stunning structure surrounded by lush gardens of the mausoleum of Mohammed V, a structure that contains the tomb of Mohammed V, the last Sultan of Morocco. These are just a handful of the sites that can be found in this ancient city that was built all the way back in the 12th century. Do not hesitate to make your way to this beautiful and historic city. Number 19, Chefchaouen. Once tourists may have had their fill of the capital city of Rabat, they may find some peace and solitude when they make their way to the tiny town of Chefchaouen. Small and quaint, the so-called Blue City is the serene scene that you didn't know you needed. Just wake up early and take in the views of the stunning blue washed buildings littered all over this charming little town. Founded all the way back in 1471, visitors often get lost taking in the beauty of the Akour waterfalls, a staggeringly beautiful waterfall found just 40 minutes away from Chefchaouen. While you are there, take in the stunning views of the mountains found there as well. Make sure you also grab a handful of the town's famous goat cheese. Stunning and unbelievable to all that find their way to this picturesque town, Chefchaouen is just a place you have to see for yourself. Number 18, Fez. Next up, we're going to head over to the northern inland city of Fez. Known to be one of the largest cities in the entire country, this is the second imperial city found in Morocco. Founded during the 8th to 9th century under Idrisid rule, it is often referred to as the Mecca of the west of Athens of Africa. Such titles may represent why it is often considered to ebb the cultural and spiritual capital of Morocco. Then again, maybe Fez gained this reputation because of the Kairouan Mosque, the second largest mosque in all of Morocco, or the Bu Inania Madrasa, the 14th century religious college that stands till this day. That said, there is more to Fez than its religious structure. Many make their way to visit one of the many museums found there, or so they could get their hands on the well-known crafts produced by the local artisans. Then again, many make their way to Fez so that they could visit one of the many medieval tanneries found there. With the presence of the Chouara tannery, a tannery that is believed to be the most reputable in the entire country, it makes total sense to get a look at the skill involved in this craft for yourself. Fez might be the place to be for those hoping to get into the cultural or artistry of this beautiful country. Number 17, Marrakech. For those hoping to bask in the magic and glamour that may be found in Morocco, well, there is no better place to visit than Marrakech. Known as the city of luxury to many, Marrakech is famous for its beautiful places, its 5-star restaurants, its breathtaking gardens, and the stunning Royal Mansour Hammam. Then again, there is a historical site to this city that was founded all the way in the 1070 by Abu Bakr ibn Umar, a chieftain of the Lamtuna Berber tribe. This makes it the 3rd imperial city of Morocco, and as such, you'd find that it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is probably thanks to the medinas found there among a ton of other historical sites. Then there are other attractions such as the Bahia Palace, a stunning palace that was built back in the 19th century. Then there are the beautiful gardens found all over this historical city. There are gardens such as the gardens of Majorel, El Harti, and Menara. Visitors can also get lost in the famous Moorish architecture found in the Red City, a moniker designated to Marrakech thanks to the beaten clay buildings found there. This is one beautiful city waiting for all to visit. Number 16, Essaouira. Next up, we head over to Essaouira, the port city located in the western Moroccan region of Marrakech Safi. With sites such as the Medina of Essaouira located here, there is much to see in this stunning port city. So much so that there is much to enjoy alongside the Medina that has been designated as a World Heritage Site since 2001. For starters, Essaouira is a great attraction to tourists because it is also home to over 153 kilometers of beaches etched out along the Atlantic Ocean. If you do not want to surf, go horseback riding, camel trekking, or simply relax by the ocean, people can go sightseeing on some of the filming locations of the popular Game of Thrones series. Add the amazing cultural experiences that could be had thanks to the fact that Essaouira is a hub for artists and musicians, and you'd find that you just may enjoy that visit to the port city of Essaouira. Number 15. Merzouga, Sahara Desert. Looking to get a look at the world-famous Sahara Desert for yourself? There isn't much better you can do than to head over to the small village of Merzouga. Located in the southeastern region of Morocco, the village is located close to the unbelievable sights of the ERG CHEBBI dunes, dunes which just happen to be the tallest in all of the Sahara Desert. As such, it is understandable that Merzouga is considered to be a popular tourist destination. Join the many who want to enjoy activities such as taking camel treks through the famous dunes or take in the fascinating wildlife in the area. There are just a ton of fun activities to be found in Merzouga. Make sure you also visit the old kasbahs and kaysars found here, and you may find that you may not find a more stunning village to visit anywhere on this planet. Make that visit to Merzouga as soon as possible. Number 14. Tangier. We're going to head back up to the northern region of Morocco. There you'd find that you just have to visit the northwestern city of Tangier, or Tangiers, if you will. Located along the coasts of the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, Tangier is known to be the capital city of Tangier Tetouan al-Hoceima region. That said, it is believed that many civilizations were indeed influenced by the history of Tangier, perhaps due to the fact that the ancient city was founded all the way back in the 10th century BCE. Established as a Phoenician colony, it eventually became something of a nexus for many cultures. Eventually, it developed into something of an international zone for some time, and as such, it makes sense that it is considered to be a good entry point to Morocco, especially to those who ferry in from places like Spain. Once there, you'll find that many find the fin and relaxation they were all hoping for when they make their way to the beautiful beaches found here. While on said beaches, tourists may make their way to stunning natural wonders such as the point where the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea meet, the Pillars of Hercules and the Cave of Hercules. Make sure you make your way to the many amazing cafes found there while shopping in one of the vibrant bazaars and souks found there. Tangier is a must-see for anyone who makes their way to Morocco. Number 13. AIT BEN HADDOU. Famous for the earth clay architecture that were designated as UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1978, you'll find that many make their way to the historic Igram or Qasar of AIT BEN HADDOU. This fortified village has been standing since the 11th century, although the oldest building has been dated back to no earlier than the 17th century. Many have been so drawn to the historical treasures found there that AIT BEN HADDOU has actually become a popular filming location for many historic blockbusters. We're talking about anything ranging from Lawrence C. of Arabia to Game of Thrones. They even shot Gladiator there, and as such, there is no way you will find yourself in AIT BEN HADDOU without being entertained. For those who want to see these sites, they will enjoy going mountain biking to these sites or other sites such as Atlas Mountain. They could also take in some of the culture and artistry found here by visiting any of the local workshops found there. That is the best way to see the traditional pottery and textile making for yourself. AIT BEN HADDOU could be the rustic village you need for your vacation. Number 12. Meknes. The last of the 4 imperial cities found in Morocco, Meknes is just a place any tourist will have to see for themselves. Founded all the way back in the 11th century by the Almoravids who just wanted to set up a military settlement, Meknes eventually became the capital city of Morocco during the reign of Sultan Ismail ibn Sharif. Thanks to the ancient status of this city, you'd find that it has UNESCO World Heritage sites such as the Medina of Meknes, as well as the remains of the royal palace found there. You can also find historic structures such as the city wall built by Moulay Ismail. Thanks to the ancient status of this city, you can also find museums in this city. We're talking about museums such as Dar Jamai Museum, a museum filled with earthenware products, gems, materials, and all sorts. You could also visit Volubilis, the largest Roman archaeological site in Morocco that could be dated back to the 3rd century BC. Meknes is the historical site that you must see for yourself when you make your way to Morocco. Number 11. Volubilis. Speaking of Volubilis, there is no way that you can visit Morocco without making your way to the ancient ruined city of Volubilis. Considered to be the largest Roman archaeological site in all of Morocco, it is a city after all. It is also considered to be the best preserved archaeological site in the country. As such, it is filled with many wonderful features, the most amazing of which are the many beautiful mosaics that are preserved there. Aside from the UNESCO World Heritage Site designated mosaics found there, many can visit other stunning attractions in these archaeological sites such as the Galen Baths, the Triumphal Arch, and the ancient temple built in 218 CE. Don't miss out on the wonders to be seen in Volubilis. Number 10. Agadir. Next up, we head to the shores of the Atlantic Ocean so that we can get a good look at the major city of Agadir. Such an epic-sounding name, but nowhere as epic as the Atlas Mountains found nearby. With such fantastic natural wonders located close by, you may find that there are a ton of things to do when you make your way to Agadir. For starters, many can get lost in this city drenched in history by making their way to historic sites such as the ruins of Kasbah Agadir Ofella, an ancient fortress that gives visitors the breathtaking views of the Agadir Bay. If that isn't your speed, you can take in the breathtaking views found in the Souss Massa National Park, a 33,800 hectare of land filled with cliffs and rivers. Speaking of rivers, i.e. water, those who want to take part in water sports or other water-based activities such as surfing can head over to the beaches found in Agadir. They could also go golfing here, as Agadir is known for its beautiful golf courses. Those looking to just chill and relax can even make their way to one of the many spas found there. As you can see, there is something for everyone who makes their way to Agadir. Number 9. Casablanca. Now you know we cannot talk about visiting the Kingdom of the West without talking about making our way to Casablanca at some point in time. Sure, many of us may know about this famous city thanks to the 1942 movie starring Hollywood legends such as Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman, but to many others, there is much more to this beautiful city. Often referred to as the White House, Casablanca is known to be the largest city in the entire country. As such, it may come as no surprise that it is also considered to be the economic and business center of the counter, as well as being Morocco's chief port in the country. After all, the port of Casablanca is believed to be one of the largest artificial ports in Africa. Situated along the Atlantic coast of the Chouia Plain, it is also known to be the 8th largest city in the Arab world. With that in mind, many people have many reasons to make their way to Casablanca. For starters, Casablanca has been acknowledged to be the home of diverse styles of buildings, thanks to the fact that you can find anything from Art Deco buildings to French colonial buildings. They could also be heading there so that they could get lost in the vibrant new Medina or make a sort of religious pilgrimage to Hassan II Mosque, the jewel of the crown when it comes to the landmarks in Morocco. Casablanca is just waiting to welcome you into its borders. Number 8. Ouarzazate. Also known as the door to the desert, this ancient city is known to be a popular tourist destination in Morocco. Aside from being the home of the previously mentioned fortified village of AIT BEN HADDOU, many find that they cannot help but visit Ouarzazate because it is a starting point for excursions and expeditions into places such as the Draa Valley and the Sahara Desert. Aside from that, Its milder climate when compared to the rest of the country seems to have an appeal to those hoping to live the life in Morocco. Come over to Ouarzazate if you want to make the most of the desert in Morocco. Number 7. Dades Valley. Also known as the Dades Gorges, you'd find that many make their way to Morocco just so they can have a shot at visiting this beautiful landscape. Spectacular thanks to the amazing views of towering cliffs and raging rivers, as well as a wide variety of colors and formations formed over millions of years, the Dades Valley is the taste of nature everyone deserves to witness at least once in their lives. No wonder it is considered to be a prime destination for many photographers. It is also popular for hikers who want to get their hands on the rocks and cliffs found there. Visitors could also witness the beauty of the Berber culture found in the small villages there. Do not miss out on the experience of the Dades Valley when you make your way to Morocco. Number 6. ERG CHEBBI. Before we push on, we just wanted to turn your attention once more to ERG CHEBBI. We just had to make sure you guys understood how amazing it would be to visit these large seas of dunes found in the Sahara Desert. Sure, there are other ERGs in Morocco, such as ERG CHEBBI, but you may find that many visitors make their way to ERG CHEBBI because they just needed to take in the surreal nature of the beauty found there. While there, many can't take part in several activities such as taking sad baths. If you may not be into getting buried in sand up to your neck, you may take a camel trek to either the Lala Lalia, a 100 high and 700 wide dune that is considered to be a sacred site by some, or to one of the many camps found there, so that you can take part in activities such as stargazing. You can even make your way to some of the parts that were used as filming locations in some of your favorite movies. Make sure you go on that trip to ERG CHEBBI. Number 5. Todra Gorge. As beautiful as ERG CHEBBI may be, they may pale in comparison to the Todra Gorges. With canyon walls standing at heights over 400 meters, this is surely one of the top tourist destinations in all of Morocco. Located in the eastern region of the High Atlas Mountains, we must thank the rivers that spent millions of years carving this monumental landmark. That way, we can all enjoy the sights and wonders to be found in the beautiful country of Morocco. Number 4. Ourika Valley. Located in the Moroccan High Atlas along the Ourika River, many people cannot help but make their way to the Ourika Valley when they visit Morocco because they just had to see the scenic beauty found there for themselves. Amid small towns such as Sidi Fatma and Tanin de l'Ourika, many tourists find that they cannot take their eyes off the amazing birds that make up the collection of local and migratory bird species found there. If that doesn't catch their attention, either the other wildlife such as the ibex, wild boar, and Barbary macaques, or the waterfall found there will. This is surely the trip for anyone looking to enjoy the rustic beauty to be found in Morocco. Number 3. Imlil. When you talk about visiting Morocco, you have to make sure you make your way to this small village. Located within the High Atlas Mountains of Morocco, you could say that Imlil became a popular tourist destination because it gave these tourists access to many hiking and trekking experiences. You'd find that one of the most attractive hiking experience would be that which sees said tourist embark on the summit trek to Toubkal, the highest peak in all of North Africa. Those looking for adventure will surely make their way to the scenic little village of Imlil. Number 2. Asilah. Next up, we just had to turn your attention to the fortified town of Asilah. With its ramparts and gateworks that still remain fully intact till this very day, this may come as a surprise to many when they learn that this beautiful town dates back to 1500 BC, when the Phoenicians occupied a site called Silis. As such, you may find that tourists make their way there so that they can appreciate the history found in those old walls and ramparts. They could also appreciate the architecture and artwork found in the city thanks to the colorful murals, white buildings, and mashrabiyah found there. Feel free to relax in beaches such as the Beach of Caves or take many spoonfuls of the local Ibero-Moroccan cuisine found there. Asilah may just be that paradise you are looking for. Number 1. Tiznit. Finally, you cannot claim you visited Morocco without visiting the coastal town of Tiznit. Also known as Tiznit, this town was founded by Sultan Hassan back in 1881, and since then it has been regarded as the capital city of the Tiznit province and has become the center of gold and silver handicraft ever since the Jewish silversmiths moved there many decades ago. Looking to get your hand on that Moroccan jewelry? You wouldn't do better than book that trip to Tiznit.